Hello all, welcome to our Mad Astro predictions. Today we'll be discussing on the lunar eclipse, which is going to happen on November 8th, 2022. All these days I was giving predictions for the mundane astrology. I believe I can add that into our uh, uh, today's class also, but today I'll be discussing about the individual effects on individual signs. Okay, the individual signs, again it will vary from person to person depending upon its placements of planets, but still overall that area of life would be affected. Okay, so this will be a general uh, predictions based on ascendant signs. Again, for individual uh, predictions you can contact me directly. The phone number will be given at the end. Okay, so the eclipse is on 8th November. So time is 16 hours 54 minutes. So it will be in the evening. So the uh, what do you call, the eclipses will be happening till 1930 hours, that is about 2.5 hours. The eclipse will be for about 2.5 hours. So the effects will be lasting for at least 4 months from the date of eclipse, and prior to that about 1 week or 15 days you can normally expect these effects to start. So it's a very important event. One should always spend time in chanting the names of the Lord. So we'll not waste much of time. We'll start with the predictions. Now coming to Aries ascendants. Aries ascendants, the eclipse is happening at their first house, that is the house of personality, house of ego. So here moon is with Rahu and Ketu is with sun. Basically we are talking about lunar eclipse. It's not solar eclipse, it is lunar eclipse. So moon is going to affect it. Basically I believe Aries ascendants will have variations of mind, and due to presence of Rahu their mind may be agitated. They may have some mental tensions, so agitation of mind will be there. So they have to take care, and also they have to be careful about their mothers also. So this might be another area of concern. And opposite to it is the seventh house, that is the house of partnerships, marriage, etc. Venus is strong, but with Ketu, so there may be some effect on their wives due to the presence of Ketu. There may be some trouble, fights, but since Venus is strong, they will overcome. Another important factor to be noted is Saturn is going to have a drishti or aspect on the marriage house also, on the 10th house also. So they may come across some elderly person or trouble from elderly person. But since Saturn is also strong on the 7th house, they can expect an introduction in their life with an elderly person. Maybe they may come across an spouse or opposite sex of elderly person. So that might happen. Mercury is also there, so multiple opportunities will be there, but still they have to be careful. There might be problems, issues arising out of this. I always see it not be a problem since the planets are strong. I believe it will be a positive effect. And going to Taurus ascendant, here the eclipse will be happening in 12th house, and all the planets, other planets, Sun, Venus, Mercury, Ketu, they are all expecting from 6th house. So for Taurus people, you can expect a lot of expenditures, might be in hospitals or temples. It's better to give away the money in temples than in hospitals. So, but since 6th house also there are many planets, so I believe it would be more of hospital kind of thing, injury or something like that, treatment or something like that. Again, Taurus ascendant is also for India. India has also Taurus ascendant. When we speak about India, we have to speak about mundane astrology, and that time India may face losses there will be losses to India from foreign countries, Islamic countries, because Rahu is involved. Otherwise, sixth house is again filled with Surya, Shukra, Mercury, Ketu. This would result in some kind of inimical situations, war situations. On individual level, Taurus people should be worried about their hospital bills. Moving to Gemini people, the what do you call the low eclipse is happening in the 11th house, so they might have to be careful with their friend circle may get affected, profits may get affected, elder siblings may get affected due to presence of Rahu. There may be ups and downs, so need to be careful. And other planets present in the house of love, picnic, investment, so naturally they should be careful. But since Venus is strong and Saturn is also eclipsing, I don't think there must be much trouble to them. So any investment made in Venus related products should be good, like chemicals or like vehicles, this kind of sectors, computers, software, this kind of sectors would be fine, because Saturn in the 8th house will be aspecting the 5th house, so both are strong. Saturn will be aspecting Libra, its exalted position. Venus is already exalted, but Sun is deviated, so problems related to the government, so that will be seen. Even overall the world situation also, it might happen, as we seen in the Aries. This is for the world level. Here there might be situations of discontentment among partnership countries. We'll keep aside. Then we'll move to Cancer ascendant. Here the eclipse is happening at the 10th house, which means house of profession, house of father. But generally in Indian astrology, Vedic astrology, it is house of profession. So their profession might see a bit of tension, ups and downs. And also Cancer people, their ascendant moon is going to get affected, so they need to be really careful about their jobs. There might be tensions in jobs. I predict there might be tensions in jobs. Again, in the house there might be a bit of tensions related to father. They have to take care of the father. Again, mother being in the 10th house, it's aspecting, so in general issues related to their health might pop up. But vehicles related things will be fine. Since Ketu is also present, again there might be a bit of fights or harsh speech in the home environment. Actually, if you see, Venus is at 26 degree, Sun is at 21 degree. So Venus is also in a hot position, but Venus is strong, it's in its own house. Sun is debilitated, so governments will be in trouble. That's what we can see. And Sun and Mercury is also in close angles, which means problem related to business will be seen. So even if you go to a Gemini ascendants, since Mercury is very close to Sun in a compressed state, they should be very careful about their investments made in share market. For Leo ascendants, again the lunar eclipse is going to happen in the 9th house, which is the house of father, dharma, etc. So here they should be careful about their father. Maybe religiously they will have some negative thoughts, they may oppose some religious, they may get fed up with the religion, since Rahu is is affecting moon directly, moon which is the lord of 12th in the 9th. So I believe this would be more of problems to their father. So Leo ascendants should be concerned with their fathers or elderly persons, seniors, or otherwise dharmically they may be a bit disturbed, religiously disturbed. they're getting aspected from the third house, Venus, Sun, Ketu, Mercury. So naturally there will be effects from these planets also. Coming to Virgo, Kanya Rashi, Kanya Lagna people. Here the uh, eclipse is happening in the 8th house. So 8th house related things like secrets, if they're having some secrets or suffering, some mothers may be affected, they should take care of their mothers. Again mother, because moon, the mind will be again disturbed. Rahu is there, so Rahu and moon, there may be abrupt changes, they should be careful. Rahu is at 18 degrees, moon at 4 degrees, quite a close encounter. So maybe Virgo ascendant people will have problems related to their periods. Maybe Rahu is involved, so huge ups and downs in their property matters also, because 8th house also represents property. Overall, there is a group of planets in the opposite, that is the second house. So they will be having the effect on the 8th house. So but Venus is strong, that is the main plus point in this Grahan. But all other planets are in tough situation, because even Mercury will be getting affected. So which means financially also there may be problems to Virgo ascendants and problems in family. That is another area of concern for them. Moving to Libra ascendants, here the Libra ascendants, the Grahana is happening in the 7th house, that is house of spouse. So spouse, partners, business, maybe foreign travel, all this is getting affected. They should take care of spouse's health. Maybe mentally spouse may face some issues. Other than that, Grahana is happening in the 7th house, but opposite to 7th house is planets placed again, Surya, etc., which is dilapidated. Mercury again combust, so they have to take care of their own health also. That might be another issue to them. So it's a tricky situation. What is happening is even Saturn is going to aspect all these planets. So Saturn is a planet which meant for suffering, so its effects will be more. So it is also adding salt to the wound. Going to the Scorpio people, here the Grahana is happening in the 6th house. So 6th house related like enemies, maybe injuries, debts, these things may crop up. So debts, they have to be very careful. Maybe people will start asking back their money, a tough situation. And also they should be careful about their traveling when they travel, because accidents might happen. This is also applicable to the Virgo people, because again 8th house is again accidents, so they should be careful while traveling. And the Scorpio, as I told you, here Scorpio people will be happening in the 6th house, so injuries might be there, should be careful. And again 12th house related to hospital, here also, which is Sun, Ketu, Mercury, Venus, which is opposite to the Grahan, the Ketu Sun. So the 12th house also made actuated, so expenses will be seen in the form of hospitals or temples or donations. So best thing is such people should give away the money voluntarily instead of waiting for the situation to arise. Going back, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, here the Grahana or lunar eclipse is happening in the 5th house. They should be very careful about their money invested in the banks and love matters, romantic picnic, investments, education, all these things is going to get affected. There'll be lot of tensions in this field. As it is, we have weak grahas opposing them, so for students it will be a tough time. Students will be very careful, and again people in market, share markets or investments, even they have to be careful. So this will be their affecting field. For Capricorn, the grahana will happen in the house of 4th house, so their mothers, landed properties, vehicles, all these things issues will crop up. They should take care of all these activities. Whereas the profession is concerned, sun is dilapidated, so I believe they should be worried about their job also, especially government workers. There might be chance of government falling or losing a job because sun is very weak and aspected by Saturn, because Saturn is sun and sun is the father, so there's always a fight between father and son. Here sun also represents government officials, so the government may be in trouble, government workers may be in trouble, people working in government industries may be in trouble. Government officers should be careful. And the Aquarius ascendants, here Grahan is happening in the 3rd house, so their younger siblings, neighbors, communications, written communications, hands, they should be very careful with their maybe hands also, they may get injured. Otherwise their younger siblings will be in trouble, or they will have trouble with the neighbors or troubles to their neighbors, so just be careful with it. And religiously also they might be feeling trouble. They should also take care of their parents, maybe fathers of these ascendants may fall sick. Going to Pisces, here the Grahan is taking place in the 2nd house, so financially there might be trouble, and also trouble within the house. Within the house is Kutumba, savings may go down, and mother should also be taken care, because 2nd house is Kutumba, mother is part of the Kutumba, so something related to mother. So Pisces need to be careful about their money savings. So this is the brief explanation what we have given for lunar eclipse. Again, this is based on ascendant. Now for people with different rashis, generally the Indian astrologers speak on the moon placement. Here I am speaking about the ascendant, the lagna, the rising lagna. So one should check out their ascendant and then take the instructions. So overall, the best way to avoid effects of bad effects of Grahan is to spend time by chanting names of the Lord. If somebody wants to consult, they can consult me on my WhatsApp or through mobile number. It's 8722723922. I repeat again, 8722723922. Okay, please you can contact on this number. Thank you very much.